Good morning. It is a beautiful morning here in the Whites.
I'm feeling presidential.
Presidential, eh?
Presidential.
You don't say. You've got your red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today is a presidential sort of day. We've come over everything you can see anywhere.
Yeah.
That one out there, that one out there, that one. Yeah, we did all of those. Those are in the past. The future is that way, and that be the presidentials. We're just about to Eisenhower, about to knock off that one and head on towards, which one is that? Which one's that big one with the towers on top?
Lincoln? No.
No, that's not it.
Trump.
Trump. I bet that shit gets renamed.
No.
Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Washington, that's where we're headed. Chilly night last night, probably low 40s, high 30s, windy. Had a decent spot. I wasn't all that comfortable last night. I don't know if it was the thoughts swirling in the mind about what's coming up today, what we've got to do, thoughts about the knee, how it was going to hold up. Feeling okay this morning. Just got to make sure I'm on top of the ibuprofen. And it's time to roll. Let's go. Alright, so the approach is on. Got Eisenhower right here. We're on the side slopes of. And then back behind me is the ridge. We're going up. And up there, that's Mount Washington. Just came up quite a bit. That's Eisenhower right behind us. And a little under 3 miles in front of us is Washington. Man, just look around me. I mean, every direction, the panorama is incredible. All the way around. You just got the mountains. Then when you turn around, there she is. Mount Washington. Oh man, I'm taking a lot of pictures, I'm taking a lot of video, but you guys just can't experience what we're experiencing here without being here and seeing it and doing it. If you get the chance to come up here into the Whites, it is a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, but it is so rewarding and so worth it. I mean, you can see the ridge we've come over right behind me, and if I spin you around, there is Mount Washington. That is the next thing we're going up. So we've got about 1.6 miles to the top, almost 2 miles. We're gonna go do it. So that's the path we're taking. Got to go over all of those summits to get to Madison and then start our way down into Pinkham Notch. It's kind of cool being over Washington. I wasn't sure I was going to make it a couple of days ago, so being here is freaking awesome. One downside is, you get to the summit and you got to wait in line with a bunch of people that rode their cars or the cog rail up here and wait for them to do 12 poses and take 15 pictures. And right now there's about 60 people in line, if not more than that. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
This is absolutely incredible. These are the presidentials. And those are your presidents. Time to keep going over them all. Over the last one, where we're headed right now.
Miles and miles of no trees and walking on rocks. Now we're going up in the crags. There's Mark, way up there, climbing up the crags. Shoo! I got half mile to catch him. We are definitely not out of the woods yet, folks. We got, you see the trail meandering up, dip down through this talus field, up and over, and the mountains beyond before bed tonight. Sun's getting high, it's getting warm, it's still real nice. Beautiful day in the Whites. Well, I thought we were making great time, and well, come around the corner to see that and over that. But camp's way down there. Woo!
Hey guys, right now we are heading up Adams 5, followed by Sam Adams. So everyone hears Mount Adams, they think John Quincy Adams. It's actually Sam Adams. There's, I think, 7 sub-summits on Adams, all named Adams. But anyway, it's been tough. These descents are killing the knee, but we're now climbing a little bit, so that will help things quite a bit. If you've ever thought you hike on rocky terrain, come hike through the Whites, specifically the presidentials. You've got Mount Washington up there, Jefferson, what was the first one? I don't even remember. We're on Adams right now, but here is the trail. You can see the cairns. That's what you've got to follow because there is no trail. So there's a cairn, cairn, and just a pile of rocks that they call a mountain, trail, whatever. Whew. So, Sherpa Man and I have been talking, and we've developed a new training plan for coming out to the Whites and walking on this terrain. So this terrain here, there's only one way to prepare for it. So what you do is you go and you get a huge bucket of Legos, dump it all over your floor, take off your socks and shoes, and walk over it all freaking day long. It's about right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will that work?
That or marbles.
Marbles, Legos, maybe a mixture of the two.
Jacks.
Yeah. Whew. Been climbing. We're just past Mount Adams, and now we've got a downhill, but we've got a great sight in front of us. So if I turn this camera around, down here, you'll see Madison Spring Hut. But then, if you look up that side of that mountain, the trail goes straight up it. If you look really close, you might be able to see some little tiny dots just climbing up it.
Goodness.
Whew. It's gonna be a climb. We're on the summit of Mount Madison, so it's the last of the presidentials over here, and that's the way down. All downhill from here down into the notch. So that's where we're headed. Man, guys, this has been one hell of a descent. I know that this video is not going to do it any justice. You can see these people going up and coming down. It is steep. We've been working on this for a while. This is one of the steeper pitches that we've done today, but it's really been taxing. My knee is throbbing. We've got probably a mile and a half, 2 miles still down. We're almost at the tree line. So right here we're on the ridge. Got Sherpa Man down here below me. He's been killing it on all this stuff. Got a ridge right here we're gonna follow and then start dropping. We'll hit tree line pretty quick. And from there, we've got a little ways till we hit our camp. So we gotta keep going.
Well, that's the range we hiked today. Residential range. We started about 6.5 miles out. Hiked all the way around. We'll be about 16, 17 miles today.
Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm here at camp, and we came down. My watch recorded like 17.6 miles today, so it was a long day. And so we're down at the Osgood tent site, and here's our setup. So I'm in like a modified porch mode. You see my setup under here. Got all my clothes right here hanging, drying out, airing out a little bit. And then Sherpa Man's setup is right here. It's got his stuff over there hanging up. And then up here we've got some group camps, some thru hikers over here. Sherpa Man's up there sitting hanging out with them right now. I was just finishing up getting some stuff set up and ready for tonight. The mosquitoes are out, so I'm just trying to avoid those. Another good day, hard day. I'm pretty wiped out, but looking forward to getting into that hammock and getting a good night. See you in the morning. Good morning. It is day 8 on the trail. We are about halfway down Monroe. So yesterday we did the presidentials. We left out of Mizpah Hut, or the campsite, Nauman campsite right next to Mizpah Hut. Hiked up over Mount Pierce, or next to it. So the AT doesn't actually go up over all of them. We considered doing it, but with my knee and just the distance we were doing, we decided against it. Both of us are feeling a little beat up. Feet, knees. This is some rough terrain. But anyway, so we went over Pierce, Eisenhower, Washington. What was after Washington? Clay. Jefferson, Adams, Monroe. So that's the presidential range right there. It started the day before with, I think Webster was the first one. And that one was quite a climb with some almost rock climbing involved. So long day there, 3.5 mile climb up to get back up on the ridge after Crawford Pass. Got a little toad down there. But we've made a decision that day 8 is going to be our final day, and there are several factors that have gone into why we're doing that. One, my knee has been just killing me, and after yesterday was a hard push over so many rocks, and while the rocks were hurting it, the climbs aren't too bad, the flats are okay, the descents just kill me. And the descent coming down to Osgood tent site was 2.5 brutal, brutal steep downhill miles, and they kicked my butt, and the knee is screaming this morning. So we've got 4.8 down to Pinkham Notch, where Sherpa Man's parents are gonna shuttle us back to his truck, and we're gonna call this thing done. All told, we we'll be right around 100 miles, maybe just shy of 100 miles, but somewhere right in that neighborhood. We'll take a look at the actual mileage afterwards, because my mileage yesterday on my GPS came up a little different than what Hook said by a couple miles. Instead of 15, more like 17. I think I had like 17.65 for yesterday.
And people came from Webster said that they came 21 too, so that's about right.
Yeah, that was 3 miles more than what we did. So 17.6, they said 21. That's about right. So my GPS actually was showing that as of last night when we finished up, we were at 101 miles. So we could be 105, 106 by the time we finish this day, which almost equals the total that I thought we were doing for this whole trip, which may have a small piece in why I'm hurting so damn bad.
There's some water coming.
Yeah, we can hear a river down this way. So, Sherpa Man, what are your thoughts of this trip so far, man?
It's one of the hardest ones I've done. It's rugged. It's pretty arid actually, for a lot more arid than I thought it was going to be. Even the mud holes weren't muddy. But it's like the Adirondacks, but drier and a bit rockier. Like loose rock. It's not slab rock, it's just boulders on top of boulders, and pointy ones. They're very jagged. So, but I had an awesome time. A lot of good people on the trail. Actually, as rocky as the trails are, they're not terrible. So that's
we gotta duck under a tree right here. Just one of the many obstacles you have to negotiate while hiking the trail. So what we're cutting out are the Wildcats, Carter's Dome, Carter Mountain, and that's about it. The weather is the second factor. So my knee is enough that I don't feel comfortable going on further. But on top of that, the weather forecast has thunderstorms rolling in today. It has clouded up significantly from what it was yesterday. It was a bright, sunny, blue sky. Not a cloud in the sky most of the day. Had some wispy stuff towards the end of the day. Not so this morning. It's kind of overcast. We've heard some, last night we heard a little bit of rumbling of thunder, but it never actually did anything. We had our tarps up and stayed dry all night. But today the thunderstorms are rolling in, and I don't want to be up above tree line or up on some jagged, rugged stuff in a thunderstorm. Electricity in the air, wet, carrying these lightning rods, probably not the greatest of ideas.
Fast.
Yeah, can't move fast, so if we get stuck up there or something pops up, like they mentioned in this area, the weather changes fast. So be ready for that. Alright guys, I'm gonna push you guys away, continue down, we'll talk later.